Hello, everybody. How's it going? So excited to be here. I am at home in my comfy sweater with my Barry Manilow tank top on. It's a good day. But then again, most days are good days. So I want to talk about investments and initially after you have children and they decide to part ways. And I read a lot about how parents have invested in their sons and daughters. Just going to read what I wrote. Each one of us can state that we've contributed in many different ways. Some talk about schooling, others lessons. Some refer to vacations, having huge parties or sleepovers, buying them electronic devices and vehicles. Some of us still pay on behalf of our sons and daughters. When they cut ties, it is a sign that you must invest in yourself. This makes a lot of parents feel guilty. Therefore, start small. If they have an empty room in your home, clean it out. Give them 30 days to retrieve their items. If they fail to show, donate. When the room is empty, paint it a new color, something that you like. Fill it up with items that bring you joy. Go on different sites and purchase things that made you blissfully happy as a child. If you're a crafter, create a space for yourself where you can use your imagination. Take up a hobby you've always wanted. If you like photography, start small and buy a camera. If you like flowers, create a garden. Eventually, you can move on to something bigger. Take a mini vacation. Invite a friend out to lunch. Go see a band you've wanted to see for quite some time. If you like music, buy yourself a turntable and go pick up an album that you remember from when you were younger. That's a good start for now. Invest in you. It's never too late. I know a lot of us have limited finances, so it's not like we can run out and buy a new car. But there are certain things you can do that are within your means. If you go to the store, you can buy a flower pot, and you can do a lot of this at the thrift store. You can go buy a flower pot that catches your fancy. You go to Walmart and buy a bag of planting soil and get some seeds. If you have sun, you can set this pot in the window and grow it over time and grow your first plants. You don't have to go big. You can go small. A lot of people say, well, I have no money left. I've done a lot with my children and I'm still paying for XYZ. Some people are still paying for vehicles, education, saving up after you've spent money on a wedding, grandchildren, etc. So you don't have to start big, but what you can do now after they cut ties is take the money you have normally poured into your children and pour it into yourself. Well, what I did after my children were gone is I got into photography. I built up over time. I started small and then I got a DSLR camera and then I started with a small lens and moved my way up over the past 15 years. But also what you can do is if you're sad or lonely, instead of falling into a trap on the internet, you can actually buy a feathered or furry friend. Over the past 5 years since I met my husband and we've gotten married, I have become a mom to birds. I started out with a green-cheeked conure, and then now I have 5 green-cheeked conures, a Nande conure, a Patagonian conure, and a ringneck. So there are ways you can fill up your life with love. Don't get sucked into the trap where you're lonely and you don't know what to do and you end up not wanting to live because your children parted ways. That does happen. So that's all I wanted to say. Invest in yourself. If go to the thrift store, you'll always find goodies. Go to rummage sales and estate sales. I found some fantastic finds from when I was a little girl. Back in the 70s, we had this thing called the lemon skippet. It looked like a lemon on the end of a rubber hose and then a ring that went around your ankle. So you just twist this thing around and jump over it. It was a skip thing. I found one of those at an estate sale that had another girl's name written on it in Sharpie. But I bought that for 50 cents. You can find toys, games, collectibles. You can find them on eBay and all over the place. So start whatever your children they took, and there's a void, you can fill that space with something you love. So anyways, I hope this helps. It's not against the law, and I know you might initially feel guilty, but after you get used to it, it's you come to relish it. So anyways, that's all I've got, and I'll be back.